There has to be some outreach. There has to be community engagement.
We have a responsibility to empower people.
There are so many artists who make themselves a commitment to art and they live a life of art, but there are few artists who live to reach further in a more spiritual way. He lived to be one of those artists who went to the next level.
There's a lot of, we don't want to go to the doctor because we don't trust you.
It's a fear that emanates from historical reality.
On many plantations, health care was attended to by veterinarians.
The reality is we're in this together.
There have been a lot of veterans who integrated back in society. Some haven't gotten that niche yet.
We have the approaches and the technologies to end homelessness. We can do that for every veteran, and we can do that for everyone.
Every day all summer long, my neighbors and I gather. We move in stride towards the common goal of building strength through community. I live with the structure the Marines taught me, and I motivate others to believe action is the only option.
We've really focused on being really a hub for the community, more than just a restaurant.
And knowing a lot about the ingredients, where they come from, how they were raised, matters.
Juries are so used to seeing in the modern media all sorts of scientific and technological innovation, sometimes called the CSI effect. It's just not in the cases, and the triers of fact expect it to be.
Think of it, you made it across the river, you made it up that greasy hill, and now you're covered in mud, you're freezing cold, and now you have to take a towel. That was really powerful.
And I think I had that fear that I could die, but I thought, I can't do anything about it. I have a job to do.
It was just lately that I realized we were actually making history back then.
I think too many people think about art as sort of icing on the cake. It's what you do after you've paid for everything else. This is real economic development work. If you're a smart leader in your community, wanting your community to be successful, you better have artists at the table.
Is the light rail really going to be worth it?
The good news with the light rail coming in now, I think we're going to see a huge redevelopment.
People who live and work along the line may not have the answer, but they do have some stories to tell.
Minnesota's landscape without planes, ships, barges, and trains is difficult to imagine. It is also aging. Like all infrastructures, they require investment so they can continue to pay dividends.
In the United States, we have imported most of our energy for decades.
We don't pay enough attention to where our energy comes from and how we're going to sustain it over time.
What Germany has done is like a postcard from the future for us in Minnesota.
For many of the chronically ill, confronting a highly technical and fragmented system can feel like trying to navigate in a foreign country.
We have our own medical culture and our own medical language, so we have to cross that chasm in our discussions with patients.
I think she's become a more full person.
We'll join host Mary LaHammer for the inspiring stories about patients and communities closing the gap between diagnosis and living a fulfilling life beyond cancer.
I can say I had cancer, but I can also say cancer never had me.
I would say when you're good at something, don't consider yourself like already developed. See progress always. I had to overcome doubt like in myself. No matter who you are or where you come from, you can pretty much do anything. When someone first told me that, I'm like, that sounds a little corny, but okay. But no, it's actually true.